No. All right. So we are here with Alejandro Valdivia. Alex Valdivia is his name, actually. Show respect, people. Only I get to call him that. But we're here with another fire questions for another leader. Sorry, we had to take a break. There was a lot of scheduling and conflicts and sick people and all sorts of stuff. We still have Naomi and Ben to be done. But today we're here with Alex. How we doing?
Better each day.
Better each day. Yep. I've had a little bit of a head cold. Today's the best I've felt, but I had one for like 3 days.
I still have that cough from being sick.
So this might actually be good because I might not be able to taste it, or it's going to open me up and I'm going to be burning. But we're going to get through these in a good time frame. That way, we'll see if we push 30 minutes again. Hopefully not. I need to get better at...
Well, and that's just the limitation of my camera.
Well, until I order that cord that I keep forgetting to order. Because
I planned on ordering it too, and because I got the wrong one.
Yeah. And we don't have the black sheet up, so don't mind my notes on my work week. But Alex, tell us a little bit about you grew up in Sparta.
Born and raised
Sparta. Oh, this is slightly open and is leaking out.
Uh-oh.
Nice. Born and raised Sparta. Give us a little timeline from born to, let's say graduation.
Graduation? Oh gosh, it's been a decade now. 2016 since I graduated. Yeah, I mean, I was born here. When I say born and raised here, I was kind of raised between Sparta and Cataract because I grew up spending I was at my grandma's house every week up in Cataract. So
Sure.
It's kind of between there.
Yeah.
But I've moved about 10 to 12 times in my life, and I've never left Sparta.
That's wild. Go ahead and pour one on there real quick.
I might whip out on some. Maybe
that's fine. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to go crazy. Go ahead and move it over there so you don't... No.
Oh.
Yep, put the nugget, pour it on the nugget. Going while I get this next question ready. So then what was life like growing up for you? And I know, obviously, we've talked about stuff like this. I don't want to say many a time, but a few times. So I know a little bit already. But go ahead, as much as you'd like to, just talk about life growing up. What was it like? Specifically, why I do this, is because there might be a kid in the same shoes and they need to know what it's like on the other side.
Yeah. So, I mean, growing up, it was... It wasn't horrible in the younger years, but you could tell there was some tension between my mom and dad from the earliest age on, and so it was just not the most cohesive family unit.
Yeah. So
there was a lot of conflict and a lot of just distance from my parents. So I kind of grew up more. I would say my grandma was more of a parent to me than my parents.
Sure.
So I spent every weekend there. She took me to church every week. A lot of what I learned in life, I learned from my grandma, not my parents.
Yeah.
So I missed out on a lot of things that as a man, our fathers are usually supposed to be the ones that teach us a lot of things, or different duties that we have growing up. And so I missed out on a lot of those things and kind of had to teach myself later in life. But it was a pretty, I would say, isolated time growing up.
Sure. Which then, wow, man.
Should probably eat this.
Yes, throw that down the hatch. Then what were a couple major life events as you progressed through middle school to high school for you? What were some of the most influential moments? Not just spiritually or faith-wise. I'm talking the world trying to tear you down.
Just things that have
impacted you and shaped you and who you are.
Well, I think one of the biggest things is just that my dad's from Mexico. Yeah. So we went to Mexico every year up until before I went to high school. We kind of stopped going because things were escalating there. But I spent a lot of time in Mexico. Just different culture, a lot of things that influenced my life and just perspectives and the way people live down there.
Yeah.
And I would say going to St. John's, that's where I went to middle school.
Yep. And you knew Isaac.
Yeah. So me and Isaac actually met in preschool, kindergarten. We were 5 years old, and it was at, it's not a school anymore. They closed down for
It has martial arts in front of it now.
Yeah, next to the haunted house.
Yes,
it was
next to the house.
Sparta Area Christian School, and it was definitely not a Christian school. But yeah, I met Isaac there, and then in first grade I moved to St. John's, and then in second grade he moved to St. John's. So we've still just been going to school together our whole lives. But St. John's was, and I know we had someone was Jake went to St. John's.
Yep, for a little bit,
and
Brendan did for a very short stint.
And they were the lucky ones. I wish I would have gotten out of there. I can corroborate their story. Like it was a toxic place. It was, if you didn't go to their church, they viewed you as the enemy.
Oh man, that's tough.
So I got yelled at a lot in middle school. But and going into high school, that's where the biggest events happened in my life. So freshman year, as soon as I start high school, parents get divorced. So right off the bat, I'm going into St. John's is very like small. So going to a public high school was a huge
shift. Even as part of being small, it's way bigger than
30 people that I'm with all year round at St. John's. Hundreds of people in high school. So going into that, and then like my family breaks apart, and I'm like, new environment. We had moved in with my aunt and living in her basement. So it was just a huge shift going from middle school to high school. And then the very next year, sophomore year, my grandma died. And so the only spiritual influence in my life gone. And before she died, she paid for my driver's ed, but she never got to see me actually get my license.
Oh man.
So there was just a lot of things all at early high school that kind of
just
sent me on. Yeah, it's just
punch it, just driving.
Right.
And
it was just a very like going into high school. I didn't have a lot of friends. Like I didn't even really talk to Isaac. He was very much the sports guy. Always hanging with that crowd, basketball. We were still friends, but it was a pretty isolated. My whole life, very.
It was very isolated. Outward circumstances affecting you, but somewhat, like any one of us in those situations, we try to survive. That's our instinct. And you can, and just put it on the second half of that. Why not? We try to survive, and when we learn at a young age survival techniques, they stick with us for life, right? And it's something, it becomes our goal of, well, this is how I survive, so this is what I'm going to do, kind of a thing.
And I was lucky enough that I learned enough growing up with my grandma that I was a pretty goody two shoes kind of person. I was always afraid of breaking rules. And part of that is because my dad was very strict, but like a lot of kids in my situation probably would have fallen into like finding ways to cope, like drugs, alcohol, doing all kinds of things, going off the deep end.
And you were able to keep from that.
Yeah, I had a very much like, I can't do anything that is wrong. And that kept me pretty
straight
in line. Until after I graduated, I started going to a college ministry called Cru. And it was phenomenal. But going into that, like my grandma passed away. I didn't really go to church anymore after I started high school. It was this few years of like just no idea what to do with my life, no idea where I'm going. So a friend told me about Cru, and I was like, I'll check it out. My life was kind of just a mess. I had horrible anxiety and depression. So I'm all alone. My mom's with some new guy. My dad's got his new family. So I'm like, I've got no one in life. Let me just see what happens. So I go, and they have their fall retreat coming up. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to this fall retreat, and I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to give you a chance, God. And if I come back from this retreat the same way that I went, I'm done. And luckily that retreat was where I met some people that really influenced my life. And that's where I fell in love with worship, like the music aspect of just giving God praise and playing instruments and stuff. Because one of my best friends was the guy who led worship for Cru. And that kind of really big impact on my life. Obviously now I'm on like 3 worship teams.
That's super cool.
I think that kind of
That's
just
awesome.
led to where I am now.
Yeah.
With COVID, I come back where Isaac starts CCM, and I start coming to this church, and things kind of just...
For sure. That's incredible. Wow. Let's dig into this, and then we're going to get into some of the less serious stuff. How's it been so far, Spice?
Not bad. Shouldn't say that too soon here. The first one was pretty good.
First one had some spice, but it was tolerable. This one, not as spicy, but a very unique flavor.
Yeah, I don't think the flavor's been too bad yet.
Mm-mm.
I don't mind that.
This one, I'm not going to say what it is. You can read it, but don't say it. I didn't realize that's what it was.
Oh. All right.
I did not realize that. So,
Interesting.
very. Okay. Favorite. Here we go. They want to get to know you.
All right.
All right. Favorite movie / show. I think I know the answer to this.
I've been thinking this one over since I've been sitting in on all of them.
Yep.
And favorite movie would have to be, it's between two, but it's the same franchise.
Okay.
Zorro.
Oh, like with Antonio Banderas?
Yes.
And Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those, I don't know if there was a third one, but
I think
for sure
was.
the first two
Yeah.
were, like, I had those on VHS.
Yeah,
watching
dude,
all
same.
the time.
Same. The first one anyway.
Well,
I don't know if I had
And I share a name
others.
with the main character.
Alejandro. What is your full name? Is it just Alejandro Valdivia?
Yep. No
You
middle
might
name.
have.
No, I copy and pasted from my uncle,
Oh, nice.
and then he gave the same thing to his son, and I have another cousin, same thing. We all have there are 4 people in this town with the same first, last name, no middle name. And we're all related.
Dude, you know how hard it would be for you to buy a gun? Because they do background checks. The background check would take forever.
Yeah.
And if one of them messed up.
And they don't speak, well, his son speaks okay English, but my uncle barely speaks English.
Oh, do you speak Spanish?
Not fluently.
No.
I can understand it better than I speak it.
Sure.
But that might just be a confidence thing too.
Sure. Okay. So then we're going to keep going with these because we don't want to run out of time.
Yeah.
But favorite food?
Ooh, goulash, definitely.
Really?
My grandma always used to make it, just leftover stuff from her fridge, and I ate it all the time at her house,
Interesting.
and it just became one of my favorite things. I probably make it a little different than most people would think of goulash, but it's always been my favorite.
This one's garlic. I don't know if I taste the garlic. Might be the spiciest one yet, but it's not crazy. Not crazy. Don't get nervous.
I've been training.
Yes. You sent me that picture. I'm testing.
So far, that's spicier
Yeah.
than these. The first two, anyway. I haven't tried this one yet, but
Yeah. This one's got a little heat to it. But this one has a good flavor. I actually kind of like the flavor. of this
I'm
one.
enjoying the flavor before the heat kicks in. Now
Yes.
it's coming.
Yep.
Okay.
It's definitely got a little heat. Not crazy.
That might be along the lines of the hot sauce I've been trying to.
Okay, so that means
So-
these next ones.
After that, I might be in trouble.
Yeah, because we got extra hot jalapeno with, I don't even know who that is.
What?
And then we got
The dude.
hot dang, that's extreme cayenne.
Oh boy.
And I hate cayenne. So,
I don't know if I'm a huge fan of cayenne either.
yeah. So, I'm going to throw this in there because of who you are. I think it's an integral part of who you are. I want this to be said on the record.
Oh boy.
Favorite anime.
Favorite. Oh. That's difficult.
There's only one
Because-
answer, I thought.
So I would say overarching favorite anime, Sword Art Online.
Really? I didn't expect that. I thought it was going to be, you know what?
Which one?
One Piece.
Oh, no, that's definitely number 2 easily. But I think Sword Art Online was what got me into anime,
Oh,
and it kind of
wow.
I was
Okay.
obsessed with it. I bought all the video games
Whoa.
for it. I
Whoa. And
loved it.
then third is Ninjago. I'm just kidding. Pardon me. I just
No, someone just.
laughed.
I used to watch it as a kid, but someone just made a random comment about Ninjago one day,
Yeah.
like a couple months ago,
Yeah.
and I just like, let me just start watching that again. I've got
Yeah.
nothing to watch. So,
And now you have a comic.
yeah, I've just kind of been.
I saw that comic. I had to do it. I have a comic set aside for Isaac, and then I'm shipping a comic to Madison Waddell
Oh boy.
as well. Just comics that I see that remind me of people, or I'm like, yeah, this is.
Yeah.
I just want to give it to him. So Anyway, all right. So
That wasn't too bad.
no, it went away pretty
Yeah.
good. It went away pretty good. I have a slight sensation in there, but again, with stuffiness, I don't know. Maybe I'm not tasting as well. Anyway, so I want to ask you about something super important that I think you understand, part of your personal testimony, that I think kids need to be aware of and would be a good opportunity to hear, is using your giftings, having the courage to use your gifts to glorify God and not letting the things of this world hold you back from that. Because you talked about your anxiety and your depression, really, and I remember from when we first met, just you were handcuffed by this. And it definitely...
It was way worse before. If you knew me before.
Yeah. And, well, yeah, I'm assuming, but I'm just saying, even when I met you, now to be leading worship and to be doing these things and in charge and a leadership team, and you're not perfect, nobody's perfect, but learning and being willing to put yourself out there. I just want you to touch on the courage, leaning on God in that process, and just encouraging the kids, even if it's not musical, the gifts that... Oh, I was going to say...
I went for it and I was like, wait, let's use a clean finger.
Yeah. So yeah, just touch on that a little bit. God in your life, encourage the kids with that. Almost preach like a little 2-minute sermon.
Yeah, so that's actually... It was 100% not me that really pushed me into the situations I'm in now. It was definitely God. Like, so when COVID hit, I was living in West Salem for like a year, just with a friend and going to Crew. When COVID hit, I got laid off, had to move back to Sparta. And so then immediately Isaac texts me, calls me up, whatever it was. And he's like, hey, I'm starting this young adult group. So I go there. So I'm like, yeah, I'm friends with Isaac. I've known him forever. Let me check it out. So
those early days were Bob's.
Yeah.
They were good.
But we didn't do a whole lot back then besides just hang out.
Yep.
So just randomly, because like, you know, going to Crew, I was pretty involved with I was never on the worship team, but I hung out with the worship team like all the time. So I told Isaac, like, man, it'd be really cool if we did worship every week, just like in the living room, you know, guitar. I bought a cajon, so we had some percussion, just in the living room, nothing too fancy. And he's like, yeah, that'd be awesome. All right, you're in charge.
Yep.
I'm like,
there you go. You said it, you're doing it.
Yeah, so then I recruit another guy. You remember Cam?
Of course.
Yeah, so...
He was my best friend for a while.
Yeah, our first time leading worship for CCM, horrible. So I remember we were in the basement at the Burke's house. And
dude, that was awesome.
So it was just me and Cam at the time, both of us playing acoustic guitar. Neither of us actually sung. We put lyrics on the screen, and we played, and we were pretty new, so it wasn't great, but nobody sang.
Oh,
a few people tried,
the worst.
But
that's the worst when the room is dead.
Yeah, but we went from that just horrible. I bought a cajon, put Isaac on that to play some percussion, and then I had my cousin start singing. So I did not start singing until we started moving CCM to the church.
Yeah.
We had our very first worship night, like all worship, the whole night. I had a girl from Crew that I knew lined up to lead the songs that night. I was just playing acoustic guitar at the time, never sang.
Yep.
And the week of, she texts me, she's in the hospital.
Oh no.
I have no singer. It's tomorrow night. And so I'm gonna have to sing.
Yeah.
I've never sang before. I can't talk in front of people. I was freaking out.
Yeah.
And so I went to my friend, his name's Cam Kelly, great guy. He was the worship leader for Crew. I went to his house and I was like, here's my dilemma. And I was just like, help me.
Yeah.
And so he pulls up some songs that I'm doing that night. And he just starts helping me through like singing and playing them. And so that is the first night I had ever sung. And I felt like I have to, like, we can't just, the whole night was planned to be a worship night.
Yeah.
So Isaac doesn't have anything prepared.
No. Yeah.
So like I was just kind of forced into it. And like, I don't think God's like, okay, I'm going to put this girl in the hospital so that he can.
But all things can work out.
Yeah, I feel like he definitely had a hand in like, okay, we're going to move you along now.
Yeah.
It's time to grow.
Yes.
And I was terrified. And for weeks, like, you could hear the shakiness in my voice of like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. But I think there's a point you have to reach in your life where you have to just say like, I gotta just take that step, or like nothing's gonna change.
Yeah, I get you.
Growing up with such horrible anxiety and depression, like I had to reach a point where I was like, I'm gonna be like this my whole life if I don't force myself to do something.
Yeah.
And like I've begged God to take that away from me for my whole life.
Yeah.
And he didn't.
No.
And sometimes he doesn't.
Yeah.
And I think that we do need to like learn something and through that process, like grow as he's trying to grow us as a person, and he definitely threw me in the deep end. And it's like I can either back out and be afraid my whole life, or I can just get up there. The words are right there. Just start singing, and it's from there. It just kind of like I took over as the one who sang every week.
Yeah,
and then. When you stepped down as the youth pastor that first time, they started the adult service.
Yeah.
Nobody told me. Isaac had gone on vacation. It was a Sunday. I was in the office with Brittany before service praying, and we were making some kind of joke about like a microphone or something. And so, I can't remember exactly what happened, but it was like, oh yeah, you're gonna need the practice anyway. And then I was like, oh, but I still have you leading for youth. And I was like laughing, and she's like, not anymore. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, didn't Isaac tell you? You're in charge now.
Oh,
I was like, no, he didn't tell me.
Just send me an email or something. Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, you're good. No, that's awesome. That's a great testimony. But I liked what you said. It reminded me, I've been reading this book, and it's like a fictional situation between two people discussing philosophy, but they talk about Freud versus Adler, because Freud is very much like your past sets who you are, and Adler was very much your past doesn't matter, you choose who you are. Your past in a way matters, like it happened and it can affect you, but you choose who you want to be. And that was the difference. It's like, I forget what it is, if it's teleology versus axiology or something like that. That's the studies. But just this one has some heat.
Really?
For me.
I didn't get any heat at all.
You didn't?
From that.
Well, it just splashed to the back of my throat. That
I usually keep everything in the front.
Yeah. No, because I started to talk while I was chewing, and it just went
inhaling.
Yeah.
Like,
that was not great.
I need to do that again because I didn't get any.
Go for it. You have an extra nug too, and you have a piece there. Whatever you want.
Get some on this guy because
not crazy hot, but when it splashed back there, I was like,
I didn't get anything from that.
No. Okay, so now the question that I've asked everybody. That one was the hot jalapeno, extra hot jalapeno, and it was not extra. That a little bit stronger than the very first one.
I think that was weaker than all of them so
you
far.
Think so? Do you? That's fair.
I didn't get any heat from that at all.
Well, let's see how this one does.
Oh boy.
So, final question. Well, there might be a little bonus question, but final question is, what would you say to younger Alex? Go back as far as you want, whether it's when you were young and a lot of the conflict was at home, or go back to Alex at the start of high school when all that stuff was happening, right? Just go back to one of those. Tell us which period of time, and then kind of, if you could, 1-2 sentence, like, younger Alex, I just came through the portal. I have 30 seconds and I need to go.
Well, that's the thing. I think I would say different things to different periods of my life.
Of course.
So, if I went back to when I was much younger, like in middle school time, I think I would say like, appreciate, I think specifically for me, I think I would tell myself to appreciate the love that my grandma had for me. Because as a small child, I don't really understand any of that.
What the cost is to love somebody that much.
Well, and because my whole life, I've always felt like I don't know what it feels like to be loved by someone else.
Yeah.
I don't think my parents ever really loved me.
Sure.
They never said I love you to me.
Yeah.
But my grandma always told me that she loved me. And I don't think I really understood that as a small child.
Yeah.
And then she's gone. And like, I took her for granted.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I think I would tell my super young self, like invest in those relationships that are investing back in you early on.
Yeah.
Because that's going to matter later.
Dude, yeah.
But
That's powerful.
I think my slightly older self, like post high school or like in the middle of high school,
Yeah.
I would tell myself that, because part of what was such a huge struggle was that I lost the only spiritual influence in my life.
Yep.
And I think I would tell myself, like, because looking back, I would say, not that she needed to die, but I think I would not be where I am right now if she were still here.
Yeah, because
I feel like I would still be like mooching off of her faith.
Yeah.
I don't think
For
I
it to
would have
become your own.
developed, and God could have taken me down a different path.
Of course.
But like,
yeah,
I
you
used to
still
go to
could've
church
gotten
with her.
there,
I feel like I would still just be sitting in the back of some church somewhere,
Yeah.
doing nothing.
Again, it's just the
Never
working
singing.
all things out for the good of those
Right.
who love him.
And it's like,
yeah.
I don't want to say that her dying was a good thing, but I think that God knew, like, he needs to do this on his own.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. All right, pour that last dab. Not to totally copy Hot Ones, but I accidentally poured a metric, but
Not this one, I'm scared. Everybody always saying the last one is the...
well, it's different than the one with Jake and Ava. Whoa.
like, good woe, bad woe?
Not good whoa.
I wouldn't think so.
Not good whoa. Not insanely spicy. Oh, okay. Well, now my tongue is vibrating. Not insanely not. I want you to know, this doesn't even come close to half as bad as the one me, Jake, and Ava did.
I was gonna say, I don't feel anything.
Or not Ava, Karina. It wasn't Ava. Ava's wasn't bad. It was Jake and Karina. That was the same hot sauce, which is still in the fridge. I'm saving it for Ben.
That's the worst one so
That's
far.
the worst one. Completely the worst one.
Yeah, I'm slightly sweating a little bit, but I don't feel any heat.
I do. And my stomach hurts now.
I feel fine. I don't.
Good. You're a professional.
I never eat
You're a
hot. I don't
professional.
eat anything spicy ever.
Yeah.
And I was looking
Going
for
for the
the
water this
Scoville on the actual hot sauces, and there's like up to like 2 million. I was looking at mine. I'm like, this is like 900, and I thought that was spicy.
You know what I thought is keeping all these hot sauces that are like the lower end ones, but then getting their final boss one for the final one we do. We might die. But really quick, as you can see the timer,
Yeah.
really quick, message to the students, let them know you're there, what you want them to know from you as a youth leader.
So I'm gonna be honest, I'm still a pretty quiet guy. I don't talk a lot, but I see each and every one of you. The ones that are sitting by themselves, I still see you. And I want you to know that you can come talk to me. Like, I've struggled with being anxious and depressed and all that stuff. And just come say hi. Don't be afraid. And if you want to get involved, if you feel like, I don't want to say called, but if you feel like, get involved. Find something to do. Be a part of this youth. Don't just sit there and then leave. Like, find some way to get involved.
Yeah.
If you need something to do, come talk to me or find Brock. I'll find something for you to do on the worship team or something. Like,
even if you don't play,
Yeah.
I need you to move this and move that.
I'll teach you how to do sound. I'll teach you how to do slides.
We do need help with that.
I'll teach you how to play a triangle.
Yeah, why not?
We could find simple percussion, but like, make this youth yours. It's your youth group.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. We love you. This has been Fire Questions with your youth leader, Alex. We are here for you. We love you. God bless. I need to go, spit out whatever is in my mouth. Ugh.
I feel great.
Dude, my lips are feeling it. My tongue's feeling it.